Hey you guys, it's me Kiana once again coming at you today. We're making chicken and dumplings from scratch. We're not doing many shortcuts tonight. Um, some nights you want to do the shortcuts, some nights you may not want to. So it depends on your energy level that day. That's what I would. That's how I would sum it up. But what I've done is I've taken the liberty of already boiling the chicken drumsticks. Actually, they're boiling as we speak. And what I recommend you do is to cut time down while you're cooking or browning meat or boiling meat. Prep your other items that you have to do. Example, while we're letting that chicken boil right now, we're doing the dough for our dumplings. And what that does is it cuts your time in half. It doesn't seem like you're cooking as long. Um, you do it more efficiently, and you're also still in the area so nothing burns or overcooks. So that's just my little tip. What we've done is we've put the chicken in just regular tap water, boil it, but I've also made sure you're going to make sure you season um, the water that you place in your chicken in. So after you put the chicken in, you're going to put all of your seasonings in. As usual, I used accent. I used black pepper. I used a couple of dashes of salt. What else did I use? A little bit of onion powder. Uh, I think that's it. But of course, you can add or incorporate any seasonings that you guys would like. What I also recommend you do is when you're boiling the chicken, any hard vegetables that you may that you're going to have, I would definitely place those in there as well. Example, I would definitely put some celery and onion in your water. You may, if you're cooking your carrots with from scratch, raw, and they're not in a can, then you're going to put those in there because carrots do take a little while to get tender. Because basically, once you debone the chicken and you're going to cut out your dumplings, literally like within minutes, once those dumplings hit the water, it's done. So you don't want to have to cook anything while the dumplings are in the water. You want to have actually everything technically done while you're dropping your dumplings in. And we do it old school. You line them dumplings up on your arm in strips, and you tear them off while you're sitting and standing over top of the pot. So you do it just like your grandmother used to do it. So you also can use a pizza cutter. I got one just so you guys can see that you can buy a pizza cutter, a cheap one from the dollar store. It has a little plastic film on it for sanitary purposes, but you definitely want to wash it, of course, once you take it out that plastic. But yeah, this came from the dollar store. Once you lay out your dumplings on your board or table that's already, again, already floured, you're gonna lay your dumplings out, and then you're gonna roll it with a rolling pin, or you could be like me and improvise and use whatever you have in the kitchen to roll it out. But this is the dough. We're still kneading it, but this is how it's looking as we're kneading it. You don't want your dough to be too tough. So if it's tough or if it feels too firm for you, you're just going to slide it open a little bit, add a little teeny bit of water, and then work that in there. But yeah, if you lay your dough on your board that's already floured, make sure you flour your hands, roll it out, and then you cut it into strips with your pizza cutter, and then do it diagonally and horizontally, and then drop them into boiling water. Also, the water that you want to use for the dough, if you had to add a little bit of water, you're definitely going to put in a little cup of the water that you're getting from your stock. So the dough process, what you're going to do is you're going to take regular flour, You're going to take 2 to 3 eggs depending on how much flour you use. And what else I put in there? What else I put in here? I can't remember. Flour. Oh, like I said, the stock water. And that's basically it. That's how you make your traditional dumpling. People always, rant rave about how hard it is to cook from scratch, and women that cook from scratch make it like it's such a big accomplishment. But really, I hate to say it, but it's really not that big of an accomplishment. The reason why is because unless you're from like where you're actually growing the stuff, it's really not, because half of the process is already done for you when you get it. Second of all, it's all about ingredients that you already have in your pantry anyway, usually. So that makes it easy as well. It's not like you're going out buying additional stuff. And then once you incorporate everything together, meaning the ingredients, you're done. How hard was that? So when I cook semi-homemade, it just basically shaves a few minutes off your time. But this isn't going to be no long drawn out process. Now, I will tell you that this dish tastes extremely good the next day. Or if you have a crock pot, you may want to put this in the crock pot, let this, simmer on low for a couple of hours. Also, let me give you another tip. Do not make your dumpling squares too small, because it will break down and you will wind up having little bits of dumpling in your chicken and dumplings, or it will float away and just make a thick sauce. Now the sauce, you're not going to have to use any gravy or anything, because what this does is it is flour. The base of your dumpling, the main ingredient is flour. So when you place your dumpling in the pot, whatever the stock you already have in there is going to create its own gravy by adding dumpling, which is a flour base, which is basically a roux. So you don't need to add any gravy. You don't need to add anything. A lot of people put bouillon cubes in it. I recommend that you also put that into your water, in case I didn't mention that. Put about 2 or 3 chunks of that into your water. If you don't have a bouillon cube, keep it real. Put 2 ooze noodle packets in there. Not the noodles, the seasoning. Same thing. So, and use chicken. And that's basically it, you guys. I will, once I have my flour on my area done to roll out these dumplings, I will give y'all another video for that process, and then we'll be done. I also wanted to address 2 things. I always buy, for things like this, I always buy tablecloths when they're on clearance for like closeout prices. These little plastic ones that's usually for like birthdays or whatever. Well, Family Dollar, sometimes in some seasons they have them, like after Halloween they're gonna have them, I'm pretty sure. They have them for like 20 cents, $4 for $1, whatever. And I buy these because it gives me a quick and easy way to clean up. For instance, if I'm painting with putty, or for instance right now I don't want to have all this flour on my black table, so I just line the table with this tablecloth and then just throw it away after I finish. It just gives you mothers a quick chance to be able to do what you need to do, and then throw away the excess, the dirt or filth that you have left behind. So I just recommend that you do that. And I have also another money saving tip I want to give y'all before we go. I purchased these from Family Dollar, and they were normally $10, but they reduced it to $5. And it's called Bottle Tap, and it says turn your drink into a drink can into a bottle. I'm sorry, I couldn't see it because the tag was covering it. But what this does is It pops onto, it's like a little a lid that you can reuse. It's different colors. You get 12 in a box, and you just pop it onto your can, and it creates a lid, a spill-proof lid, like on the back, that you can reseal your soda. It doesn't make it flat. It avoids that. And I just thought this was neat to have. It had, like I said, it has 12 inside of there. I just think this is a good thing to have as far as financially, because most of us buy sodas actually because of the portability. That's really the difference between a lot of people using canned sodas and bottled sodas, and also the flattening process. So I actually recommend that you buy this because you'll save a lot more money if you could buy canned sodas on the go, and just have like 2 or 3 of these in your car, in the glove department, and then keep like maybe one in your room, you know, in your nightstand, and then keep the rest in the kitchen. That way you'll always have these around, and you'll never be tempted to pay money for overpriced soda when you can get, for 1/3 of that price, you can get 1 canned soda or 2. So this is just my little financial tip of the day, I guess. But I just wanted to pass it along to you guys. And it's a little hard to get off at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's not a problem. So just wanted to show you guys, you know, that, you know, the different stuff that they have out, let you know how good that product is, and maybe we can save some money. You know, I like that. So all right, y'all, my chicken in the back boiling with the onions and stuff floating around, the carrots. You're also gonna need a can of mixed vegetables, or whatever vegetables you want. If you want them raw and you want to cook them, that's up to you. But one shortcut, we can use mixed vegetables. Now I incorporate some homemade vegetables that the can of mixed vegetables does not have, like celery, things like that. So you could do that as well. So again, I look forward to your comments, subscribe, and I will see you guys in a few. All right, be blessed.